First thing you want to do when you're editing a B-roll montage is we're going to be using Adobe Rush. That's on your computer, just using the Rush icon. You'll want to move any files that you have from your external camera to the external hard drive. In this case, it's listed as instructor computer. Yours will be listed as video 1, video 2, video 3, depending on what computer you're at on your desktop. I've already dragged my files over that I pulled from Dropbox earlier today. So we'll launch Rush. We'll create a new project. We will go to the external hard drive, bring in the folder that we want to use, and I'm just going to select all these files. I probably won't use them all, but they're nice to have in here anyway. So once that's in, I'll just give it a title. We'll call this B-roll montage Perkins, and we'll click create. So if you'll recall from the B-roll montage assignment, we are creating just a 60-second B-roll montage. Under portfolio assignments, B-roll montage assignment. We're creating a B-roll montage that lasts exactly 60 seconds, so we're going to have to trim off some of these videos right off the bat. We are also going to utilize cross dissolves between these clips, and then we'll have a lower third graphic at the bottom left or bottom right that says videography by your name. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So in Rush, right now we've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds, so we don't need all that. Let's see, I like this clip, I like this clip. This one I'm cool with. I don't like this one. Sorry, Blaze, I'll delete that. I like that clip. That clip's okay. I like this one. I really like that one. Good job, Jake. And let's see. I like that one also. This one's good. So I'll just delete the extra ones that I don't need. And so now I'm left with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clips. According to the assignment, I should utilize at least 6, but no more than 9 B-roll shots over the course of the 60-second video. I've got my 9 clips. So let's go ahead and trim these down to where we can get them at a usable level. So we'll want to take a couple seconds off the front end, just dragging to the right, and we'll want to take a couple seconds off the back end. That looks good right about there. And same with this. You'll notice that we start off with like 5 seconds of nothing, and then we go to the actual B-roll portion. So this is why I had you record 20-second clips, because we give the camera a chance to settle on the tripod. If you did use a tripod, I don't think Rolinda did use a tripod in this case, but anyway. So some Via Ride stuff. Let's get these trimmed up to where we're using just roughly about 10 seconds of each, maybe even less. Let's see. That's a good amount right there. Let this one last a little bit longer because I really like it. This one I'll put at the end because it's my favorite. Let's see, drop some more. And the goal that we're aiming for is this 1 minute mark right here. So we'll drop that a little bit. Trim this up just a little bit. And we're going for the goal of exactly 1 minute. We've got, let's see, at the 1 minute mark right here, we'll trim it up to where we have exactly 1 minute. So 1 minute, 0 frames, that works perfectly. All right, so real quick before we go any further on this, I'm gonna pause, or actually let me finish this up real quick. So now if we play it back, we just put our head at the beginning of the clip, and we've got Rolinda's B-roll, Then we go into this B-roll, and after a little bit, we go into our next B-roll clip. If you want to add a transition between these, it's as simple as coming up here to the top left corner where the transition icon is, and according to our B-roll assignment, we must place a cross-dissolve transition between the clips. So we'll go back here to Premiere Rush. We'll click the the transitions, and we'll just drag a cross-dissolve between each item. So, there we go. And this is somewhat time consuming, but it'll look really nice when we get done with it. You can also drag a cross dissolve on the front and back end if you want it to start or end in black, which I do. So I'll start there, play it, cross dissolves to that. Next one, cross dissolves to that, and cross dissolve. So the other requirement was that we have a lower third graphic in either the bottom left or bottom right corner of the screen that reads videography by your name and lasts 5 to 7 seconds. So we'll come over here to the titles tab, and we'll select one that's appropriate for this B-roll. Could use a classic lower third. I think we're going to do a, man, the sherbet is like always a way to go.
I love the sherbet.
You called it, Jake. So we'll drag the sherbet over here to the beginning, and we're going to change it up. Actually, let's do sherbet. Let's go totally crazy and go sherbet right, because that is more conforming. Yeah, we're just going to change it up completely. So we got our title in here. We'll say, let's see, A-State. We'll leave these all caps. So A-State in fall. Or fall at A-State sounds better. Right. Technically, I mean, it's 90 degrees outside, but it's fall.
I'm supposed to start feeling better Thursday.
Yep, so fall at A-State, and then for the subtitle, videography by Video 1 students, because you all can, or a lot of people contributed to these, at least 9 different people did. Okay, so now.
It's not just our own footage.
Yeah, so for your project, you're going to use just your footage.
For the B-rolls?
For the B-roll montage and for the promotional assignment, you're going to use just your own footage.
Okay.
I just used different people's clips as an example for the class. So here we go. We've got a little gnat sound coming in the background. I'm not sure how much of that y'all can hear. But there is a little bit there in the background. So we've got 1 minute total of the B-roll footage. And then when it ends at 1 minute, it just goes to black. So to share this, we'll just come up here to the share icon. Let me click out here in the middle. So share. We will want to upload this to YouTube, but for our purposes right now, we'll go ahead and get it into a file on the external hard drive. We'll call it B-roll montage Perkins. And we'll click the Save To area. We'll save it to the external hard drive here. Click Choose, and then click Export. And it renders. Any questions about building your B-roll montage assignment? It's 1 minute, 6 to 9 clips, must have a lower third with videography by your name and the title. And it has to have cross-dissolve transitions between each clip. Yes, Rolinda. Just natural sound for this one. You'll be using music in the promotional assignment, But for this one, we just want nat sound. So the nat sound that we gathered when we shot our B-roll. Some of you didn't have natural sound because I think your microphones might have been off, but we'll deal with that for the time being. So when this file is done exporting, as it is right there, click View in Finder, and here it is on our external hard drive. We'll just play that real quick. So you'll see how that goes. Graphic comes in, transitions to our next B-roll. And overall, I think it turned out really well. So that's what you'll do for this assignment. Any other questions about the B-roll montage assignment before we move on to the next thing? There's a very lovely shot of that sculpture. I also noticed that some of y'all had a few, like in Logan's shot here, not to pick on Logan, but it was a little cattywampus and a little off level. Also there a little bit. Yeah, it just, some stuff like that you can't really plan for. But really quick, in Rush, the way that you can actually fix that in post. So this is off center a little bit. If we double click this clip, and over here we've got rotation, we can actually rotate that clip to be level. So that. Is there a grid that we can pull up in this to like? There's not a grid, but if you rotate it, then you would just, I guess, I don't think there's a grid. I don't really see one. It might be under view. No, nothing in there. So you just kind of have to eyeball it and level it. That's actually a little bit off level. I think it's probably 2 degrees is going to be where it needs to be. If I can get it to go to just 2. Just type in 2. There we go. So that's pretty level. And then we'll want to scale it up just a little bit to eliminate any black areas. So now when we play the clip, it's level. So just something you might want to consider. Yep. All right, so that's it for editing a B-roll montage. If you have any questions, feel free to email me on that.